Hey everybody, welcome back to another Papa Tykyo Reacts video. Hi everybody. For all of you who don't know me, I'm Papa Tkyosam, and this is the every week at Friday at 9 a.m. we do a reaction video to videos of Japan-based creators. Because I've been in Japan a long time and I've been on YouTube just as long, and I feel like if anyone's gonna give their 2 cents about videos they see online pertaining to other foreigners in Japan, I feel like I got some good 2 feet to stand on when it comes to this stuff. And anyway, today we are being introduced to a very I don't know, he reminds me of a young the in shape me, more in shape, more tall, more handsome me. But yeah, we've got YungJames here. He's a cool young lad who's been making a name for himself, and you guys have brought him up during my live streams and stuff, and YouTube has been pushing his videos towards me as well, and I like him. You know, it gives me a fresh young perspective about Japan, and I like his energy, I like his vibe. And anyway, this is a video today called Japanese Work Culture. My boss called me a stupid retard. It's serious. So, yeah, anyway, I don't know. It's just, yeah, this is an 18-minute long video. And, yeah, so we're going to get into it. I always study my Japanese while I watch these videos. Hence, well, I really like watching these videos to study Japanese while I do it. I think if anyone's going to come to Japan, I mean, I've been here almost 20 years and I still study every day because you got to get better. But anyway, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. If you guys like these reactions and you want to see more, let me know in the comments section. Write down, Dad, let's see more videos. Smash the like button. Follow me on my socials. Everything, all the links are down below. And join the Discord. We got a great coming to Japan, just all overall great GigaChat community over there. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Shall we? Bakush. Okay, here we go. Bam.
This 5 foot tall, gorilla looking old dude said that I was retarded.
Oh,
at
man.
work, at my job.
Motherfucker.
I've worked there for like 4 or 5 months now, having a great time. I love my coworkers. My boss is super cool, but lately, people from Honsha, like the headquarters, have been in our store, in our restaurant quite a bit. And there's this old guy particularly who's working in the kitchen with me all the time, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, man. No matter how respectful I try to be, he's always rude to me. He's always a dick to me. He's literally like talking shit to me, staring me down, mean mugging me. And then he called me retarded the other day. And I mean, it started off initially, I was sick, I wasn't thinking, and I tossed this piece of bacon away, one piece of bacon, because I didn't think we could use it. It was like this really, so stupid. It's really thin cut bacon. We usually use this thick cut bacon. For whatever reason, in the thick cut bacon package, there was a really thin cut bacon in there as a mistake. I tossed it out, wasn't thinking. I was really sick that day, and they said I had to work anyways. Wasn't thinking, tossed it out. He grabbed it out of the garbage, comes over to me. He's like, "Why'd you throw this away?" In this super rude voice. He's like, "Nande stechatta no?" Like staring me down. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wasn't thinking. I didn't think we could use it. My fault." And he after I said that, he like gets up in my grill, legit up in my grill, like he's trying to like back me down. And he's literally like 5 feet tall. I'm like 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall, by the way, ladies. If there are any ladies watching, I'm
Short
6 feet
king
tall.
trying to fight the big king.
Well, actually,
oh God,
5'11" and 3/4, but who's
look out,
counting?
tall king.
Who's counting? You know. I don't think the girls are gonna know any difference, especially when I got my heels on. Anyway, so this like 5 foot tall dude comes up. He's standing literally like, in my grill, and he's like, "Nande stechatta no?" He looks like a gorilla. And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I just kept like, I'm trying to be respectful. I was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm bowing my head to him. I'm just trying to be as polite as possible. That's how I always am there. Even since I started this job, I know I'm the only foreigner there. I'm the only foreigner who has ever actually worked in this restaurant. Nobody speaks any English. Like, nobody has any foreign friends. They're all asking me things about like myself, like I'm an alien or whatever. And like, what? I don't blame them. Whatever. I'm the new guy there, and I'm just trying to be always respectful. Always use my keigo. Always apologize. Even if things are my fault, I always apologize about things. Everyone else there at this point, I'm pretty sure, likes me quite a bit. But this new guy there, this guy from like the headquarters, for whatever reason, hates me. I have no idea. And so he's like trying to back me down. I just kept saying, I'm sorry. But then anyways, like, that fizzled out a little bit. I walked away, and for the rest of the day, he was just like an asshole to me. And then, in classic Japanese fashion, my boss, who also works in the kitchen, my boss, who I'm actually really close with, I really like this guy, he's super cool. He comes up to me after the shift, and he doesn't, like, I'm thinking as soon as this guy leaves, like, we're gonna talk shit about this dude. We're gonna fucking, like, we're gonna go in on this dude, because he's being a dick to me. He was also being a dick to my boss. He was going in on my boss the whole day. And I'm thinking, like, as soon as this guy leaves, we're gonna start talking shit, like Americans do. We're gonna start, like, talking about it. We're gonna talk shit about this dude. Yo, this guy fucking sucks. But Japan is just so professional. Everything you need, you gotta shove it down. You gotta be respectful. You gotta be professional. You don't go out and talk crap about your bosses after they leave. That's reserved for the nomikai. That's reserved for going to actually a separate event where you drink alcohol and then you do say these things. But it's still a work day. We don't do that. We gotta keep it professional. So I'm thinking we're gonna talk shit about this dude as soon as he leaves. And this guy leaves. My boss actually leaves also after him. Goes somewhere. I don't know where my boss goes. And he just comes back in like a couple minutes later as I'm closing down the kitchen, just with a Pocari Sweat, because he knows I like Pocari Sweat. All the people in the comments, oh, there's so much sugar in that. Shut up.
Shut up.
Sugar ain't
Shut
gonna
the
kill
fuck
ya.
up. Yeah.
Comes up with the Pocari Sweat,
Yep.
gives it to me, and just goes, Jimmy-san, 今日はお疲れ様です。とても大変だったと思いますが、ジミさんはよく頑張りました。ありがとうございます。And so he's just like, yeah, like, thanks. I think today was pretty difficult, but, like, here's this Pocari Sweat. But he doesn't actually say, like, what was difficult. He doesn't say, like, yeah, that guy's an asshole, huh? Or anything. And that's what I kind of want to say. And I started to say, like, yeah, like, what about this dude? And he's like, yeah. ありがとうございます。今日はお疲れ様です。Kind of cut me off, and he's like, yeah, like keep your mouth shut. We're not actually going to talk about this dude. And I remember thinking, like, wow, at the time, like, wow, is that a... I guess that's just enough for people here in Japan, because the culture is very, like, subliminal. They don't communicate explicitly, directly. Instead, it's like you're supposed to read the room, read the air, read other people's feelings. And I guess just by him giving me this Pocari Sweat and saying, like, hey, good job today, I think today was probably a little bit difficult, that would probably be most for most people out here. But for me, like I said, I'm a foreigner. I want things to be communicated directly. I want to actually get out there and talk about it. I felt a little bit gypped. I felt a little bit like kind of like my boss, but like, you're a bitch, man. Like, what the fuck? You can't stand up for me. Like this guy was trying to literally, like, physically intimidate me. You can't come over here and stand up for me a little bit. But I do recognize that at the end of the day, like, it's the difference of the cultures. So I really appreciate my boss for at least coming up and trying to do something nice. And then, anyways, fast forward a few more days, I'm working with this short guy again in the kitchen. I'm doing my best. Like I said, I'm doing my best. I haven't, like, given him any pushback. I'm just trying to be respectful. I'm bowing my head to him all the time. I greet him when he comes in. Always use keigo. Always so polite to this guy. And he's just, like, in a shitty mood and being an asshole to me. And then he comes over and he's, like, asking me why I was making some salad the way that I was making it. He didn't like the way I was making it. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then he just looks at me and he goes, "Atama okashi ka?" Which means, like, the literal translation is your head strange, like, or is your head weird? But that's the phrase that people use, like, your head is weird, atama ga okashi, here, to say that someone's, like, retarded, or they're mentally challenged, they're really stupid. And he said that directly to my face, and I remember just thinking, like, what do I do here? Like, I was literally thinking, like, okay, I'm gonna walk out right now, or what should I do? I don't know how to go about this, because I really like my coworkers. All my friends are working tonight. I don't want to leave them shorthanded. If I walk out right now, I'm going to leave everyone shorthanded. I'm going to fuck over all my coworkers. This guy doesn't care. He's only in here like once or twice a week. It's not really going to do anything to him. Am I just going to, like, go... Like, I can't really talk shit very well in Japanese. My Japanese isn't that good yet. I can talk shit in English, but that's just, like, straight autism trying to go off on this guy in English. He's not even going to know what the hell I say.
Yeah.
And literally, I can feel myself tensing up, like, getting physically angry. And I'm like, that's never a good sign. It's never a good sign. I want to be stoic. I want to be able to let shit roll off of me. And I remember just thinking, like, yo, what do I do? Oh my God, this guy just called me retarded in my face. The balls of this little short dude that looks like a gorilla. Anyways, I let the rest of the night go by, and he just kept talking shit. He was saying that I was slow. He's like, why can't you do anything right? This guy was just, like, in my ear all night, and not to anyone else. I don't know why. Still don't know why. I'm trying to be so respectful the whole time. I'm just like, yes, sir. And then the end of the night comes around, that guy leaves, and my boss just comes up to me. He's like, hey, sorry about today. And that's all he says, and then he just walks away. And I was like, hey, I was thinking about quitting, to be honest. And he was like, what? Are you serious? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And then I like sat down with him and I was like, hey, buddy, like, that's not cool. Like, as a human being, I cannot forgive behavior like that. I don't think highly of anyone who talks to anyone else, treats anyone else. I mean, forget the even calling me retarded thing. Like, just the way he's talking to people, the way he's acting, I cannot respect you as a human being for that, and I won't stand for that. So if this continues, I'm quitting. And I told him that. He's like, don't quit. He's almost out of here. We really appreciate you. Like, everyone else likes you here. And then all my like coworkers started rallying around me and shit. And like my one coworker came up, he's like, you should just talk shit to him in English. You won't even know what you're saying. And then this other guy came up and he's like, you should always just hold the knife. Like, I know, that's crazy, but he was like, you should just hold the knife whenever he's talking shit to you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not crazy. And then my coworker's like, hey, let's all go out for dinner after work. Let's have Jimmy have a good time or whatever. And so then we actually went out to dinner with a couple of the guys after work, and we had a great time. Guys who I don't usually hang out with, so that was super, super cool. And then my boss, like, as I was leaving too, he's like, hey, he like came up next to me. And then also like this other, not my boss, but like a manager, like a higher up guy also that I work with came over, and my boss and him like stood next to me, and they were like, hey, Jimmy, we really appreciate everything you've done for us here. He's like, just want you to know we are on your side. This guy, he's not one of us. He never comes here. You are one of us. We've got your back. Don't listen to this guy. We're on your side, Jimmy. Just like hang on there a little bit longer. Like, we love you, dude. And I was like, wow, that was super fucking cool. Because before, half of these coworkers that, I mean, I like everyone okay, but half of these coworkers that said that stuff, I didn't actually have like really much of a relationship with them before. And now because of this guy coming and being an asshole to me, now I realize, wow, these people are actually like really fucking cool, and now I have this closer bond with these people. And so initially, after that night, I was so still heated about this little dude, and I thought about making a video, and the first idea that came to my mind of a video to make would be like, I don't know, something about like just no matter who you are, no matter what position you're in, just talk to people with respect. Don't be an asshole to people. I don't care how popular I ever get, whatever happens to the YungJames brand or channel, I'm never gonna talk to anyone with disrespect like this guy. And I thought about making a video like that, and I realized that would be silly, because that would be in this victim mindset of trying to change how other people act. And it's really hard to change how other people act and be out here preaching about how, oh, you should do this, you should do that. The one thing that I know that I can do is I can change how I act. This guy, everything he said to me, they're just words. They're just words. I can just let shit like that roll off of me. And like I said before, actually I made a different video about this guy. Can you believe this? I made 2 videos about this guy now. He's living rent-free in my head, where I said, I'm thankful that this guy's an asshole to me, because it motivates me to get out of my job. It motivates me to work on YouTube and the things that I love more, so I can get out and pursue the things that I really care about. I don't want to be spending all this time at this part-time job, slaving away my hours, making money for somebody else. And after a lot of thinking, all the money that's been coming in from YouTube, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. It looks like there's actually a real direct route to making this at least a part-time career in place of my restaurant job that I hate and I have to deal with this guy at.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me. I normally like cut in a lot more when I do reaction videos, but like this time I wanted to like. I mean, it seems like he finished the story somewhat. I don't know if he's gonna have like a different resolve with this, but let me just say, as a guy who's been here for a while and I've kind of gone through something similar. I never worked at a restaurant here. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, like, James is a tall white guy. I don't know why he's not doing something easy for more money. Like, he could easily be teaching English at some place like Berlitz or whatever, and or like not GABA. GABA pays shit. Fuck GABA. But at Nova or like Berlitz or ECC or something, where they need like young, good-looking white dudes. So to play the part of the foreigner, he could be easily making $30 an hour. And but I mean, I get it. He said that he works. He's the only foreigner there, right? So he gets to practice his Japanese and stuff. But yeah, James, I don't know if you're watching this video, but there's a big difference between being respectful and not taking shit. And this guy that you're talking about in this video, he seems like he's just got a big fucking, like, he's got an anger boner. And then, he's obviously, if he's an older dude who's just working as like a substitute chef that the company send out as like a last minute thing. I mean, like they call cooking work in Japan blakkukigyo, or for a reason. It's because like they treat their workers like shit, and they've got a high turnover rate. And in Japan, it's the same as like any bitch ass haters in the world. Instead of working on themselves and what they don't like about their life, they take out their anger and they project their shit onto others. And since you're a younger dude and you're a foreigner and you've already shown him that you're not going to push back, he's just going to keep pushing more and more. And I just want I want you to know, or any of your boys that are watching this video to know, that like there's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself when it comes to abuse. I mean, there's a thing that about like respecting Japanese culture, just other cultures in general, and then there's like not taking shit from people who don't deserve to give you shit, if that makes sense. This guy's a substitute worker, and like all you got to say is like you just got to tell him, you don't talk to me like that. You could just be like, あなたのことはあまり知らなくて、でももうit's like 私はまあどのことが悪かってもその話し方をおかしに向いてるの話し方をちょっとやめてもらえませんか? Like, and you say like you just tell your boss, like, I think that because I had one of my mods even. And I brought this up during a live stream, or during one of my live streams, that he was going to quit his job because his job moved him. He was at like a school that he really liked, and they decided to move him to another place that was going to be a long commute for him. And he's like, fuck these guys, I'm not even quiet quitting. I'm just going to just quit and stop showing up one day. And, I told him that I was like, dude, if you're going to quit anyway, you might as well tell them why, because it's either they don't like you and they're going to be like, yeah, good riddance, see ya, or they're going to see that you're a valuable asset and they're going to work with you. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. So he ended up talking to his bosses, and they were like, oh, no, we only moved you because we want you to train the new staffer there. It was only going to be a temporary thing. We don't want you to stay there. You're like one of our best teachers. So, like, I'm sorry if we gave you the impression that like this was going to be a long-term thing. And like, if that's an issue, I think they said that they were going to pay. I don't know, Triple, you're going to have to, Triple, if you're watching this, write down the explanation of what exactly happened if I missed some things up. But I mean, the whole point is just, it's about communication, dude. You were right about how Japanese people like to, indirectly communicate. But when you're a foreigner, man, and they know that you don't speak perfect Japanese and they know you didn't grow up here, it's okay to play that foreigner card, in my opinion, and be just buchake, tanto chokunyu, which is like, just direct and to the point. And because if they like you more, then they will go out of their way to make you comfortable than that guy. And so if you're like, このたまたま入ってるの人のせいで、もう彼のパワハラとか彼のハラスメントのせいで、僕はすごくやめる気になりまして、just tell them that,どうかなりませんか? You just tell them like, can we do anything about it, And if they don't give a shit, they're just gonna be like, yeah, sorry, dude, tough titty, And but luckily, like, James, you are like the atypical American that people think of when you're here. So I know that you probably got that job for immersion, right? So you could be around Japanese people and learn that. But there's no reason. I mean, like, you live in Tokyo, I think, right? So there's no reason why you should ever have to put up with abuse, especially from like a 5', 50-year-old guy who works part-time at a restaurant. Like, it's okay if you're that guy, but if you're fucking being verbally abusive to people, nah, like, homie, don't play that shit. That's not cool. And, I mean, it makes good content to complain about it, but at the same time, like, I'm saying this from my point of view. Like, I had something similar happen to me when I first moved to Tokyo too, and I reacted the same way. I'm like, I'm just gonna put up with it or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, when you're young, you wanna learn, and you wanna be respectful of the people that are older than you, and you hope that they're going to give you guidance and that they're just being tough on you to toughen you up. But nah, like, there's a big difference between, tough boot camp regiment stuff, and just a guy who doesn't have his shit together taking it out on you. But anyway, there's still there's still some minutes on this, so let's keep going. Maybe this has a good ending. Let's see.
So I think as of today, I have decided I'm going to quit.
Oh,
it's going to be difficult because I do like my coworkers a lot, and I like my boss a lot. And initially, I know that they're short-staffed as well, but I know that that's going to be something that makes me into a better person as well. Even though they stood up for me, even though they're really cool people and I really like them, and it was a great experience for the few months that I did it here. I learned a lot of Japanese, learned about Japanese work culture, etc. It's time to move on, and it's going to make me a stronger person having this conversation with my boss, who I really like, and tell him that I have to quit, even though he's short-staffed and even though I have this really good personal relationship with this guy. And additionally, at school, dude, I don't take out any loans. I'm paying so much of my school out of pocket. I only have seriously a small.
Here, wait. Before he continues, wait, dude, if you are quitting specifically because of that guy, tell your boss that. I mean, if you really like the job and you don't want to quit, tell the boss. And the thing is, dude, is in Japan, it kind of comes off like a snitchy bitch ass move. But if somebody's being a dick to you, and you have kind of on record with you talking to your other coworkers and shit about this guy being an asshole, report his ass to the head office, man. Fuck that dude. If he's treating you like that, he's probably treating all the other people that he goes to. You can assume that he's treating other people like that as well, that he can get away with it. So don't just quit, James. When you quit, you have to, usually with companies, they'll give you a form and they'll ask why you're quitting. You say fucking Yamada Taro, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, write it down. Be like, that guy, this man harassed the shit out of me. I complained about it. Nothing happened. So I'm quitting because of this guy. Because fuck him, dude, right? He's ruining your clubhouse, your playtime, if you're bros. So yeah, I remember I had to quit one job, and it was just, I remember they were quitting me, or what is it? They were quitting me. I wasn't being fired, but my contract wasn't being renewed, but I was the highest paid teacher at that school. And so I just told all the other teachers that had been there longer than me, that I'm getting paid more than you, and you've been here 10 years. I've only been here 2 or 3 years. And 4 teachers quit. 3 foreign teachers and 1 Japanese teacher quit. So I'm like, fuck you. I'm going down. I'm taking all the other people that you treat like shit with me, And yeah, that school got really pissed off after that. But hey, in Japanese they say "zama miro," take that, bitch. So anyway, let's keep going.
Amount of loans for college. And up until a couple days ago, I just thought that everybody else didn't really have many loans. And then I started talking to people and trying to figure out okay, what's reasonable for me to take out in loans. I've only got a year left here in Japan at this college. What's reasonable? And everyone's like, dude, you haven't taken out any loans? Dude, you can take out way more loans and still be okay. I'm like, holy shit. All right. So, not saying that I am going to take all these loans, but I know that I have that to fall back on since I have been not accepting the loans from school.
Smart.
If the YouTube thing doesn't work out. And it just kind of it reminds me of when I was thinking about whether or not I should come to Japan the first time. Because I was thinking, dude, I have this stable restaurant job where I'm making all this money. I don't love it, but I have this stable restaurant job. I'm making all this money back in the States. I'm not really happy. I want to move to Japan, but I'm worried. What if I go out there and I fail? What if I don't have any money when I go out there? What if I waste all my money and come back home a loser? And I took the calculated risk. I ran out here to Japan. I dove in, and it ended up being the greatest decision of my life, the best risk that I ever took. And just this other night, we were having a meet up with the guys from the Discord. Super cool. Shout out to everyone. Thank you guys for coming out. And Hans, my new homie Hans, was telling me, dude, just quit the job. That's just like the decision you had to make when you moved to Japan. You start to think, this is scary, but everything that I want to do is behind that fear, is past that fear. If I just take this leap, move on to this next goal. The last time I had this decision, it was about moving to Japan, and it worked out. It ended up being the best decision of my life. So why not just try it again? I think I'm going to quit my part-time job. I don't need it anymore. It's scary. But I've been saying for the last 2-3 months now I'm going to take this YouTube shit seriously, and fucking I don't have any time because I'm spending 26 hours a week at this part-time job at this restaurant. I don't like doing that. I don't have any passion for that. I want to create this YouTube thing. I want to turn this YouTube thing into a business. I want to help as many people as possible. I want to start gaining some type of income from this shit. So if you guys have been watching, if you guys have been supporting, thank you so much. Be looking out. I'm going to be doing legit consultations and many other business endeavors in the next few months here. I officially have a YouTube email for inquiries. YungJames, YungJamez, YT for YouTube at gmail.com. It's going to be in the description. Anything cool. I can help you with, guys. If you guys want a Japanese speaking partner, someone just to practice Japanese speaking with, if you guys want someone not to teach you Japanese, because I'm not fluent, I'm not perfect in Japanese at all, but if I can get you on the path to like learning a little bit of Japanese or tell you what resources I use, we can do like a Skype call or an Instagram call, anything like that. If you guys want advice on where to travel in Japan, if you guys want, dude, if you want me to fucking secretly date bomb you in Tokyo, yo, if you're in Tokyo and you're on a date with a girl and you want me to like, you tell me your location, and this is what I'll do. I'll show up. I'll just show up out of nowhere and I'll be like, yo, you're that dude that saved my cat. You got my cat out of that tree one time. And like, dude, like, thank you so much. Do you still have 11 Rolls Royces at your place? Like, you guys want me to photobomb? I did
that to Matt.
Like, just show
Japan.
up and compliment
That
the shit
fun.
out of you and make you seem really cool. I'll do that. If you guys want me to be your rental boyfriend for a day, I got you. Anything that I could possibly help with. You guys just want someone to talk to or whatever, we'll figure it out, man. Send me an email. I'll think of a price. I'm trying to make it as reasonable as possible, but also depending on how many people contact me, I might need to raise prices. We'll see what happens, but just right now, we're starting out. Send me an email. We'll figure something out. If anyone's interested in anything I can help you with, hit me up, guys. Thank you so much. And if you think about it like this asshole at my job who was being a huge dick to me, it's not all bad. I shouldn't be here sitting around trying to change how other people act, because if you think about it, because of that guy, I now have a better relationship with my coworkers. These coworkers who I wasn't that close with before, they invited me out to go eat with them. With my boss and this other manager guy, I'm closer with those guys. I have much more respect for them now. With my coworkers that I went out to eat with, now we're in this like running club and we're going out and we're hanging out and shit. I've learned to value other people and value all the nice people. Not only just like, oh, now we're hanging out, but I've just learned to appreciate them more and really understand like, wow, like the nice people in your life, really take care of them, really thank those people for what they do, because there are some real assholes out there. And this guy is also, he's pushed me closer to my goals, closer to pursuing this passion I have for content creation and everything else that has to go along with this YouTube and influencer, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not going to sit here and say that guy should change. He can keep doing himself. He can be exactly how he wants to be, and that's fine. I'm going to recognize it as a push toward my path, and I'm just excited for the future, guys. After I've come to this conclusion in the last few days, I'm much happier than I have been for the last few months. So guys, just thank you so much. If you guys have been along for the ride, I appreciate you. This is YungJames. Guys, do not try to change people. Do not try to sit around and complain about how other people treat you. Simply change yourself, change your environment, learn to adapt. We are not victims. We are leaders. We are warriors. We don't try to change people. We strengthen ourselves. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is YungJames, YungJamez. Like I said, the email is YungJamesYT@gmail.com, YungJamesYT@gmail.com. Any business inquiries, I will get back to you. If you guys want to join the Discord, send me $5 on PayPal. Donations are also accepted. PayPal, whatever. Thank you guys so much. All right, take care, guys. Love y'all. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
But half of these.
Anyway, yeah. So, I guess that's the video. Yeah, I guess so. He quit. He ended up quitting. Yeah, guys. Just as a rule of thumb, from like an older dude, if you're gonna quit a job, don't quit until you have another job lined up. You know. I don't know, but I hope that James has some savings that he can fall back on. to cover him. Like, I think a good rule of thumb is, at least for me, is that I always have at least a year or two's worth of savings, just as like a nest, like a safety net, to pay for my rent and utilities in case like something happened or whatever. And I think you guys should have that too. And then all the money that comes in after that, I just try to invest it. So that way I'm always trying to get my money to work for me while I'm sleeping. But yeah, James, like you're a tall white guy, man. There are so many foreign gaijin talent agencies in Japan, dude. Like, they need tall young white dudes, and you fit the bill, man. And like, if you're on a student visa, and you have that permit to work and engage in extra jobs, a lot more places are willing to work with you these days. And so I suggest, like, spend a day, Google, find all these places, go there with a backpack with like 2 extra outfits in there, and when you go and sign up for these places, they'll take your profile pictures there and everything too. So you'll get professionally taken shots and stuff. So I don't know, that's a great way to make some extra really quick cash. The only catch is that you don't get paid immediately. You get paid like a month or two afterwards, but it's a great way to build up a portfolio if you want to be here for a while. And, dude, like, again, like, you're a tall dude, like, you could do other jobs that, it just depends. Like, do you want to do jobs in Japanese, or do you want to do jobs for money? Because if you want to do jobs for money, there's plenty of foreigner, Westerner jobs that you can do out there. You just got to go online and find them. But if you want to be around Japanese people, dude, the world is your oyster, man. There's so many places that you could work at. Like, if, like, for me, I'm lazy, right? So I was thinking, like, when I was looking for a part-time job, like, maybe internet cafe or someplace where I could just sit down and, like, do my flashcards and stuff while I'm getting paid $10 an hour. But if you want to cook, I mean, like, dude, there's restaurants everywhere. And if you got the visa, there's so many places that will hire you. So, I'm just saying that, like, it's okay to, like, throw all the caution to the wind, but just, it's a calculated risk, right? So just be careful of that. But yeah, guys, anyway, that's YungJames. Here, let's go to webcam. Bakoosh. Okay, so anyway, that was YungJames. I'm going to put the links for his stuff in the video description down below, so make sure to go and check him out. YungJames, I like your videos. I hope that I can't wait to see more videos and updates of your future success in Japan. I like that you're doing the AJAT thing and doing the immersion. I like that you have the videos of you and your Japanese boys doing boy stuff. And yeah, man, I think that you possibly have a bright future here in Japan. And yeah, just keep making your videos. And like always, guys, if you made it this far, please don't forget to smash the like button, leave a comment on what do you think about this video, and if there's other videos that you'd like me to react to, make sure to put the title name for those in the comment section, and maybe I'll make a reaction video to those. And don't forget to follow us on social media, and check out the Discord, because we got a great community of cool hot giga chads there just waiting to be awesome. And yeah, anyway, you guys stay black, Tkyosam, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to check out the playlist. I'm going to pin that as the top comment. Yeah, buddy.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy. But you can't care about it if you're always holding yourself back in case it doesn't work out.